Okay. Killed by the dragon. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Now there's probably a second stream somewhere. I don't know what happened. It all of a sudden the OBS just said reconnecting. I did get a new router, and I think it's trying to babysit me a little bit. Unfortunately, I think it's the Google Wi-Fi one, and I think it's trying to babysit me a little bit. It wouldn't let me chat on Xbox Live the other day. Sonoff failure, never, Charlie, never. How's Reynosa? Have a guamazo for me. I said the magic word Brazil, and the connection went down. Tim, the Maker Fair's in 2 weeks. Hasn't happened yet. But there's the dragon. Roar. Ready to go. It's the Streamlabs OBS, John. Streamlabs OBS. So I don't know. I think it's, I really do think that it might be my router saying, hey, you're using too much internet up there, and trying to toggle something down. But anyways, I guess we're back. So perfect. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties on a technical stream? Never. Impossible. I'm getting stuck again now. Uh-oh. Like the stream's getting stuck? Oh, crud. Hey, Paul. How's it going? What router I'm running? The Google Wi-Fi with the 3 little pods. Gosh, I hope it doesn't crash again on me. That'd stink. It's choppy, really? All right. What else can I undo? Let's check out the Google Wi-Fi and see what it says. Not choppy here. It looks good. Okay. Network wizards. Yeah, I need one over here. Let's see what this Google Wi-Fi thing says it's doing to me. If anything. I can do the little speed check, network check. Start all tests. We'll get back to that in a second. Anyways, sorry. Still live now, but it's sticky some. Sorry, man. Lagging here in Sweden. Sorry. Google Wi-Fi 4-pack from Costco. Yeah, I got the 3-pack from Amazon a while back. It's okay now. All right. Better now. Okay. Just finished the holiday lights running a D1 Mini. Thanks for the videos. You are welcome, One Up Gamer. I love those. That's my favorite project. I got to do some updates on the sketch. There was a few people who were working on it with me and added some things, and it's awesome. Google Wi-Fi stream PC for a few hours to get the dragon's share of the bandwidth. All right, let's do that. Let's see. I haven't had to mess with this too much. We're going to go to Advanced Network, and is there a way to prioritize here? Maybe under this? No. Advanced Networking, Managers. I'd think it'd be under Advanced Networking, right? Port forwarding rules. I got nothing. Nothing. Maybe if I go right to the device, huh? Sorry, guys. This is not what you came here to see, right? See me mess around with my stinking app. Good here in South Texas. All right, cool. 5 a.m. Strange enough, you're getting some notifications for old videos 17 minutes back. Had to visit the channel. Yeah. So what happened there, Maniac, was we were live, and then it started kind of throttling us back a little bit. Oh, Jackson's doing something. Have him stop. Or Mommy's Mac. Oh, that's probably part of it too. Here, I'm just going to take the priority. You're okay, bud. You don't have to leave. Just stay. Someone just subscribed. Did you get the little subscribe thing?
It was a thing before it said.
Little pop-up thing. All right. Let's see if I can find this real quick, and then we'll get back to real stuff here. Just try and fend off any future crashing. One thing that might help, though, is if you do tell them downstairs to change the resolution down, so it's not trying to stream HD. Just tell Jackson. He'll know what to do.
So tell him that
Tell him to drop the resolution on the stream if they're watching down there. Anyways. Not finding it here. Well, I obviously have some stuff to learn about this app. Anyways, Texas. There's a lot of people from Texas and a lot of with the same, with Smurfs. Okay. Alcedi's asking a question. Doc, is there a way in Tasmota to turn on and off the switch for a second? Yes. Pulse time. Pulse time. So if you set pulse time, it'll click the relay and then it'll click it right. You set it for, what is it, guys? Tenths of a second or something like that. And then it goes back. So mentioned PF Sense. Audio is delayed now. Great. Man, I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do here. Let's see. Desktop. Oh, here it is. Details. How do I make it a priority? Priority device. Save. Yes. Okay, there we go. Saving changes. So I just made this device the priority for the next hour. All right. So everybody else's Netflix is going to start lagging. Okay. All right. Anyways, perfect here in Australia now. Okay, good. Audio's fine. Okay, good. Thank you guys. Thanks for keeping me straight here. So, now technical issues aside, what are we talking about? I've completely forgotten. I started telling you about my Raspberry Pi case. But I don't think any of you even heard about that, did you? I was halfway through telling you about that, and all of a sudden there was nothing there, and nobody was home anymore. So, but I did. Somebody was asking in the Discord about Pi VPN. Did you guys see that? You loved the game video. Thanks. That was a fun one. It's gonna get good too. That's what the dragon's for back there. Not lagging here. Good. So the Pi, what case? Didn't hear about the case. All right, check this guy out. This is a case that this company sent me. Retro Flag, I think, is the name of the company, and it's pretty cool. I shouldn't have put it back together. I guess I could take it apart again, but anyways, inside here is a Raspberry Pi, and then they've got their own little circuit board here that lets you use some of these buttons to do things like a safe shutdown. So what I did was I just took a new SD card and loaded just a plain Raspbian on it, and then I ran this Pi VPN script, and it was super easy to set up VPN. And it always says that. Everybody says, "Oh, this is super easy." No, this was actually pretty easy. Like I don't know too much about VPN, and it really walks you through, and it walks you through, the script walks you through the setup, and they've already got everything pre-populated for the most part, so you don't really have to even make any changes to it. So if you're looking for VPN, unfortunately, there's, as far as I know right now, and we can talk to Frank and see if he can make this happen, because he's the add-on master. But as far as I know, there's not a VPN add-on that we can use. Let's do a couple things here. I'll give you the Pi VPN link. Watch out for some of these links. Now they put in here a couple links. Let me switch it over real quick to this other. Show you this page. So they put a couple links on their page here, the Pi VPN guys. These links down here about the articles and the video guides. Watch out for those. One, video guides, this video guide, at least I think was the one I tried to watch. It was really hard to, the music was loud and the guy's voice you could hardly hear. I think all the parts were there. And then a couple of these links up here, they weren't so great. They kind of tried to hijack the page and take you to places where you probably didn't want to go and all that stuff. But anyways, this is Pi VPN. You just go there to get the script. You go there and it points you to the GitHub. And then actually I could just go send you straight to the GitHub. And then it's really, if you're just running a plain Raspbian install, it's like one command and then you just follow the steps after that. And it worked really well for me. So now let's go back to this. And yeah, this thing's really cool. I'll take it apart while we're chatting. Be careful with Pi VPN if you already have Pi-hole. Oh, I don't. So yeah, what happens, Andrew? What happens if you already have Pi-hole? Oh, is that what this is, Bobby? This is the Japanese version of the SNES? Okay, I was wondering what it was because I didn't recognize it. It was not one that I had seen before. But anyways, I don't even, it'd be cool if it was the NES because that would be something that I recognize. But as it is, it's actually pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. It's got on the inside here, it does have a fan that turns on, and it comes with some heat sinks. I guess if you really get into retro gaming, you can get things a little toasty in there. So they did that for you, and everything's accessible on the back here. I'll show you once I get these screws back out. I did this last night, late at night, put it together, and then I didn't even think about it. A link for the case, you bet I do. They'll be really mad at me if I didn't share a link with the case, huh? Let's find you one. What is this thing called? Retro Flag? Retro Flag Super Pi. Yep. There it is. It's $40. That's okay, honestly. So prior to using this one here, I never thought I would there you go. I never thought I would not make my own case. Like every Pi case that I have, and I was talking to Mark, I have 6 Raspberry Pi 3s and 2 Pi Zeros. And every one of them, I've just made my own case for. And I've never felt the need to buy a case. This kind of a case actually makes a lot of sense. And I like, oh good, I don't have to take mine apart. I can just show you these pictures. So the couple of things I really liked about it were the shutdown, right? I think that's like one of the biggest pains with the Pi sometimes is, going through the process of shutting it down properly on the software side before you just pull the plug. And so this power switch, to answer Joe's question there, it's they've got this secondary board here, and that's what runs that whole shutdown thing. Let's see, my dragon wing is in the way of the picture a little bit, but that's what runs that. That's what runs that shutdown. And then they've got a script. You just, in the instructions, it's again a single command line. You just copy and paste this command line in there, and it goes to their GitHub repository, downloads the script, and installs it. And then when you push the reset button, it reboots. If you flip the switch, it triggers the shutdown command and then shuts down. So it's pretty slick. Do I have a 3D printer, Rob? I do. It's actually down right now. I'm kind of bummed. My nozzle got clogged. I was trying to print something for Tyson. Not that it's his fault at all, but I was trying to print something for Tyson, and I broke the bed a long time ago, so when it gets real hot, it kind of bows in the middle. And this thing I was printing was big, and it kept going across the middle, and so that the filament was just getting jammed up into the nozzle, and it was just too much, and it eventually clogged it. And I got it unclogged, but it's still like it just isn't right still. It's still too much resistance for the stuff to come out. So I gotta mess with it. Home secured from Melbourne. What did you miss? Nothing. Not your fault, Tyson. But we got to get you that part. I still got it over at Matt's house. What type of 3D printer do I have? I have the Taz 5. Hey Rune, I have the Taz 5. It's a Lulzbot. I like it. It's good. I like it. It's a couple years ago. I think I've had it almost 3 years, and it was almost 2000 when I bought it. But I did a cold pull too, and it's just not working. I've had to replace the nozzle before. Like this happened before. I think possibly what I did was I can't say I bent it, right? I mean, that stuff's pretty hard, but I don't know. Something's wrong with the nozzle. When I had this problem before, I tried cold pulls, and I tried taking it apart and like soaking it in acetone, and it just was never quite right again. But it's fairly cheap to buy another nozzle. So I go to eBay, and I don't remember what it cost, $20 maybe, and you get a new nozzle. Oh, if it made it to the mail yet? No, it hasn't made it to the mail. Sorry. You blown up your nozzle too? Okay, good. It's not me. It's not just me. Oh, Tyson, did you see the dragon back there? Check him out. So cool. He's the co-host of the night. Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. I think it's easiest just to replace it. I'm really excited. I have the Moore-Struder that's supposed to put out like these big filament, big tubes and really print fast and big. So I'm gonna I'll probably take this opportunity to swap it out for that one for a little while and print some big stuff. Oh, Chris, what happened to the Wolverines? I don't know, man. No, it wasn't what we were hoping for. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, I did get the emblems on it. Check it out. You can see the fire one, and then the snowflake one is right next to it. So, yeah, it works. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'll have a demo. I haven't filmed it yet, so it'll take me a few more days till to get the demo, but I don't work the next 2 days, so I should get to work on it some. For the Prusa MK3, is that a good one, Johnny? Everybody should have a 3D printer, man. If you can save a few $100 and get a 3D printer, even just one to start with, or I went with the Lulzbot because at the time I didn't know jack, and I wanted to make sure that I got something that was pretty much plug and play, right? Like I could just get it out of the box, plug it in, and it would work, and it did. I didn't have to do hardly any setup. I think we were printing stuff within 20 minutes of opening the box, maybe 30. So it was really nice. Finland, how's it going? Ay, Pepino. From Colombia. Awesome. TiVo. What's up, Matt? What do you mean TiVo? Oh, TiVo. Oh, you mean, oh, sorry. Were you saving? Did you not want to know about football last night or something? Sorry. Brazil. The CR10, it's a beauty. Yeah, the CR10. So Mike, the one, so Tyson still needed the thing printed, and I couldn't help him anymore. So I called a buddy of mine who has one, and he printed it. And he has two, but the CR10 is the one that he uses now more often. He has an old Delta printer that he uses sometimes. The A8, yep. Not enough, yeah, okay. Oh, the Prusas are great for anyone looking for starter mono price minis, around 200 on Amazon. Nice. I looked at the Prusa, the E, or the E, is it IE or i3 or something like that? But he had to do some assembly, and I was too scared at the time. I'd do it now, but I was too scared back then. From Toronto, awesome. Hey, Matt. All right, Brian's got a question. Can you do a short video on how to use your own paid certificate in Home Assistant? I can only find documentation on using the free SSL certificates. Oh, man, I'd be the wrong guy to do that. I would love to be able to help you, but I don't even use the SSL. Do you guys, anybody in here use the i3? That's it, Johnny. Does anybody here use a paid SSL that can help Brian understand how to get it working? That'd be a good question for the Home Assistant Discord. I would ask him in there. Let me get you a link. Are you on the Home Assistant Discord already, Brian? Hey, Eswaran, how's it going? Happy for your success, man. I was really happy that when you were telling me that you got that thing working that you were having so much trouble with. That's great. So many times, if you go back and look at the comments, and I don't want to discourage anybody from commenting, but if you go back and look at the comments, so often it's, oh, I tried and this didn't work, and I tried and that didn't work, and I try and help, and I feel like sometimes I'm not much help when people have troubles. So when somebody comes back that has had a lot of troubles and says, oh, I figured it out, it worked, that makes me feel happy. That's good. So I'm happy that you got that working. All right, let's see. Christoph's are pretty easy. Node-RED, thank you. All right, Discord helped me with the holiday lights. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, we got some good guys in there. Good guys in our Discord. Very helpful fellas. Lots of them. Oh, Johnny's been pinging me here. Oh, here it comes. Oh, that's okay. Yep, I got you there. Thank you. Home Assistant Discord. Mark, you're a stud. Thank you. Appreciate that. Save me the steps. Thanks, guys. That's what you got admins and mods and VIPs for. Thanks, fellas. All right. I have not got the RM3 yet. I'm supposed to be getting the mini, right? The bean and the bridge, and they haven't shown up yet. Keep getting a 404 on image pull. Oh, really? My yank. I just did it today on my sort of development backup Pi, and it wasn't. I didn't have a problem. Has anybody else had a problem? It was 7.2 was what I used today, and it came down okay. Unfortunately, I think there's only one place to get it. Well, I just went through the HASS.io tab, I guess. Just put in HASS.io, the SSL cert, in the SSL folder. There you go, Charlie. Or Charlie's helping you out there. Was it Mark who was asking about that? Brian was his name, right? Brian? Lucky, yeah. I guess I was lucky. I have, you know, the reason that I updated was because I was trying to do some Lovelace work for the Dragon and the Maker Faire stuff on my development backup / Maker Faire Home Assistant instance, and I couldn't get any of the Lovelace stuff, or some of the Lovelace stuff wouldn't work, like the custom cards and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? I know this is right. Like, I'm copying it directly from my other one. I've done it before. I know it's right. Why will it not work? Why does it say this card doesn't exist? It's because I was on like 7.3 or something like that, or 7.2 even. I can't remember. So that was why. So I had to upgrade before I could do Lovelace. Oh, which reminds me, here, I'll put in the Tyson's reminded me we got a great Facebook page too. And is that going to work? I don't think that's going to work as a link, is it? That's not going to work. Oh, man. So I've messed with the web page a little bit, the DrZzs.com. I still want to make it better and more of a useful place for people to go to get stuff. But we also have a Facebook group, and we're almost at 1,000. Almost at 1,000. Oh, great. DrZz's site can't be reached. That's awesome. All right, let's see. RF bridge can work with all devices in 433 as long as it's not dynamic, right? I believe that is a true statement. Home secured. I believe that's a true statement. The ones that have the rolling, is that what they call it? Like car openers and garage openers and stuff. Sometimes it probably won't work. But yeah, everything else, it should work. It should work. I haven't found much. I haven't tried a ton of different things, but the 3 or 4 that I've tried have all worked. I did get one of these little remotes to try, so I'm kind of excited about that. Haven't done anything with it yet, but Rez. Okay, Rez, thanks, man. Yeah, I should go. Got one of these. This was pretty cool. Let's go to this. These little guys, this should work with the RF bridge. I'm assuming if I push one of these buttons that I'll get a code pop up in the console for Tasmota, and then that should be the ticket to connecting this to whatever kinds of automations and stuff, or directly to open doors or whatever. So what are people using for the RF bridge? Transmit or receive? Mostly receive for me. Mostly receive, but I did set it up just to show that I could to transmit to control a switch on the 4-channel Pro, the Sonoff 4-channel Pro. What about anybody else? How many others are using it for transmitting? Hey, Keaton, how's it going? Somebody was asking me about Fire TV. Keaton, is that included at all in that Alexa.py script? I don't think it is, right? But I wasn't sure since you're here. Any cheap wireless to configure? What do you mean, Newton? You have that remote. It works exactly whereas you're saying. Okay, good. You're perfect. That's what I was hoping. I want to do it for like automations too. Someone was saying in Facebook that 3 of the 4 buttons show the same data ID. Can we try it on the stream? Heck yeah, we can try it on the stream. Let's pull up my Sonoff, my bridge here, if I can figure it out. Oh, Paul's giving me instructions on how to fix my printer too. Thank you, Paul. Let's see, where's my RF bridge? 107. No. So I don't like how my router is constantly, it reboots often, and it always is changing the IP addresses. And I don't want to have to go through and like make a static IP address of every single Sonoff. But I don't know that I'm going to have a choice if it keeps doing this. Keeps causing me trouble. Wasting my time. Can't be wasting my time. Let me find the bridge. So, there we go. The bridge is number 22. Today it's number 22. Okay, so here's my RF bridge. We'll pop it up on the screen over here. And actually, I can do this. We can do them both. Like that. How about that? Slick. Okay, we're going to go to the console here. And this is not staged. I don't even know. Hopefully this thing has the battery in it and stuff. But let's see what happens when you hit the button. Oh, there you go. Data received. And then there's the code. 2A21A2. Okay. Let's see if we hit this key, what happens. There you go. Similar code, but it ends in A8. Okay, that's great. So that was the B button. Let's try the C button. And that's a different code. And that's a different code. So there you go, Tyson. Proven. You get a different code every time. Bingo. Love it. All right. 433 software radio supports way more devices than those devices. I missed part of the conversation there, but that's cool. That happens all the time. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I can, Tony, I can reserve the IP addresses in the router, and if it keeps happening like this, I'm gonna, because I don't want them to keep changing. Like, goodness. What remote is this? This is the Sonoff RF remote. Let me find you some linkage. Oh, that's actually great because this will count as this will count to the people who send me these things. That I feel like, I got to make a video. They sent me something, and I do. They send me things that they want to get the people who would potentially buy them to see, and that's you fellas. And so I do want to get that to you, but sometimes I don't always want to make a whole video about some of these things. Please. Uh-oh. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Oh man, I am having troubles right here in River City. Am I live? Am I screwed up? Hello? Anybody home? I can't. Uh-oh. Are you kidding me again? Oh man. It says I can't chat, fellas. What the I'm live? Okay. Well, that's good. I have no chat, though. I can't see anything that you guys are saying in the chat. And I can't pull up Banggood. Man, what is going on? I'm having like all kinds of a technical meltdown tonight. Technical meltdown. Okay, there we go. Back in business. All right, okay. There it is. Okay, I got the chat back. Oh my gosh, did I miss all that for wow. Wow. Let's talk trash. I see you, Mike. I see you. Oh, man. Okay. Loud and clear. All right. No problem for me. Okay, thanks, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm back. I guess maybe it's not a priority. Maybe it's not a network priority thing then. Maybe it's something else. Do a demo live, lose the sale. Yeah, right. All right, let's find you a link. If it'll let me pull up Banggood. This is unbelievable. What is going on? I wonder if it's my PC somehow. Oh, there we go. Banggood. Goodness grief. Okay, Sonoff RF remote. This is the guy right here. Bum. If you check, I think they have different sellers. I don't remember it being $7. I thought it was like $4. So this might not be the best link to have, but that's what you search for. All right. Oh boy. Jedi Master, here we come. Okay, tell me about these sensors, Nick. I don't know what these sensors are you're talking about. The GY99, is that like a gyroscopic thing? and then APDS. I don't know what those are, but they sound like they're going to be a lot of fun. If you think that would go well with our Maker Faire and all this crazy, questing, gesture control. Oh, yes. I need it. I need it. Let's find it. What did you say it was? Let's go. Let's try. These guys usually have a lot of stuff. Man, I'm having trouble even just pulling up websites. Something is up. Something is bad here. Am I using Tasmota on the POW? I sure am. You bet I am. And on this little guy. This S31, which is a power monitoring plug. So yeah. Okay. What do we got? Where did that? Well, I'll have to look it up. I would love to to do something with gesture control. I'm missing out on so much chat. Gesture control. Let's see. Similar remotes with rolling code encryption that need pairing won't work with RF bridge. They look exactly the same. Beware of that if you try to pick up an alternative. Okay. Thank you, Splits Vision. That's good to hear. What's my password? My password? Yeah, I can give you my password. It's easy. Blame the fam and the Netflix, right? I must be. I don't know what's going on. Tony built his own USB to serial adapter. Powers the fan just fine and has built-in power. Oh boy, Tony, post us some stuff in Facebook or Discord, man. Tell us how you did that. That would be great. All right, let's see. Sent you the photo to the doc. Oh, okay, you did send me that. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4 DrZzs. Yeah, right. Ports left, right, up, down, move hand towards it or away from it. Oh, that sounds so cool. Well, that's definitely something to work in. I think I got really excited when I was trying to name that video, the first one with the wand box and all that stuff. Hey, James. And I thought, what are we going to call this? And I bounced around a couple little ideas, and then the name IoT Adventures. I thought, oh, that sounds kind of cool. IoT Adventures. And the idea that you could take like all the stuff that we're using anyways, lights, sound, door locks, temperature sensors, motion sensors, magnetic switches, gesture control stuff. That would be super cool. And you do all that stuff in your house for functional things. But then you flip a couple switches with a couple different automations or node red flows or something. And now you've got a game. Now like your house is an escape room. Like how cool is that? So you could make your bathroom an escape room. So I was telling some of the people at work about the whole toilet lid thing. And they, we started just talking about other things you could do. And I was even thinking about it today. I was like, oh, I could totally have a water sensor in the sink that also keeps the door locked if it doesn't get wet, right? If nobody washed their hands. And I've got a hair dryer that I sort of modified and I want to mount on the wall like a hand dryer. And I could make it so that has to trigger before the door will unlock too. So we can make everybody do all the proper hygiene criteria before leaving the bathroom. Sushil, I'm sorry, man, if it's out of sync. We have been having some technical difficulties tonight, and that's a bummer. I am sorry. Carlos, my videos are awesome. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Learning lots of things. Thanks from Brazil. You are welcome, man. You're welcome. Wouldn't that be cool, Matt? To just have like your own flip a switch, or like think about it, you have, we're all, most of us, are older. And so, you don't get together with friends that often, but when you do, it's usually other couples or whatever, and you want to do something fun. So you play a game or do something like that. What if you just could flip a switch and just make your house the escape room, right? We had a lot of fun, me and my wife and a couple other couples, and we went to an escape room in town, and we had a good time. It was a lot of fun. And so what if you could do that in your own house? You'd have to somehow randomize it so that you didn't know all the answers, right? But anyways, it would still be cool, right? It would be cool. It's a smell sensor for poop that sprays potpourri. Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. That's a great idea. That's one I hadn't had that one, but now I think we pretty much got it right. If we have the toilet seat, the potpourri sprayer, the water in the sink that you have to wash your hands, and then the hair dryer on the wall that has to dry them. Say Alexa. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that's too funny. Alexa, I farted. Rob, do I get most of my hardware from Banggood? What's the wait time for shipping? So I do get most of it from Banggood, but I do that because they contacted me. A lot of other places have too. A lot of other different websites or different manufacturers or whatever, and they're just really persistent and really helpful. So when I say I need this or that or the other thing, they'll get it to me. Wait time depends. I've had them ship me things really fast because I'm not paying for the extra shipping. So they've shipped some things to me because they sent me something and it got lost. And so they're like, oh, it got lost. We're sorry. And then they sent one really fast, like in a couple days. But generally, I would say 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks is generally the wait time. And it's kind of the same for all of those, for AliExpress, for Banggood, for TomTop, GearBest, all those sort of based in China tech websites. You're looking at if you need it in anything less than 2 weeks, then I'd say pay more and go to Amazon, and you'll probably find it, or maybe SparkFun. SparkFun might be a little faster too. In the US, buy from Banggood without limit. I can't. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's a limit. They seem to sell like huge quantities. Like if you go to Banggood and you start looking at components, they'll give you discounts like if you buy 100. So they're expecting people to buy in mass. So I don't know if there's a limit. I don't think so. SparkFun, yeah, they are expensive. They sell a lot of their own stuff, like their own branded stuff. They've made their own components and stuff, but they have a lot of variety. So that's why they come up. Unless you filter down to US warehouses. Is that I missed part of what you were talking about, Tyson. That's okay. What else we got up there? I have 2. Eugene has 2 Broadlink Pros. Works great with Home Assistant for IR and RF devices. Yeah, I'm excited to get my IR bridge as well, because that would be great. That would be great. Cool Story lives in Denver though. Oh, that's where I'm in Utah, so we're not far, right? Whatever it takes for it to get to me, it's gonna take that long to get there. Tell Banggood you want a nice drone. I could. Hey, Avid Media. I think he's probably thinks we're on the other channel. Add by Media. SparkFun. Oh, okay. Oh, SparkFun is in Boulder. Oh. Are they? So they're in Colorado? I don't think I knew that. All right. What else were we gonna do? So remind me here, Mark, Paul. Were there some things? Mark was talking about the let's see, what do we got? Sonoff POW. Okay, I see you guys are in Discord chatting. Fantastic. Love it. Perfect. Ooh. Short video while changing the nozzle on Task 5. Cool. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Paul. The Black Bean. Yeah, Stone Wallace. Post them in the Discord or Facebook and I'll get them. That'd be awesome. You're going to Pi VPN before the stream issue. Thank you, Andrew. Yes. What scope should I get for less than $400? Scope? What kind of scope? Not sure. Telescope? I don't know. So I was talking about Pi VPN, right? I think I probably said most of what I wanted to say there, but the setup was super easy for Pi VPN. So, and I like having a VPN because, an oscilloscope. You know what? My gosh. Thank you again for reminding me. This wasn't even one. This was something that the Banggood folks said, if you think this would be useful for you, we'll send it to you. So this is an oscilloscope that I haven't even turned it on yet, but apparently, I don't even know if I put batteries in it probably, so it doesn't work. But anyways, this one was only about $50. You can imagine it's not going to have full functionality and do a lot of things, but it'll do some sort of tracings, and it'll give you some sort of information about, the waveforms and such. So I've been meaning to start working on seeing how well Tasmota would run stepper motors and such. And so I thought maybe this would be useful for that. So this one was on Banggood, and it's about $50. I'll post the link when I can get websites to open, or you can see right now I can't even get AliExpress to open. I don't know what's happening. Internet's failing me badly. And now I don't see anything happening in the chat. When I don't see things happening in the chat, it makes me think we're disconnected again. So are we good? Are we not good? What's going on? So Glenn's what some folks are doing with broad links. Cool. Stream is good. Okay. Thank you, Devin. Thank you. All right. See and hear you. Okay, good. See, but then now it all catches up. Now I've got a whole bunch of chat. Anyways. Thanks, guys. So PyVPN, I'm at work a lot, and I have my laptop, and I want to be able to get into my home stuff and tinker around with my individual devices and config files and all that stuff. And I was using the configurator and Ator, and that was fine, but it was a little slow. And then I was using IDE, the IDE add-on, which was really good and gave you a lot more function, and it was quick and more responsive at first. But then the last probably week and a half or 2 weeks, it just was really lagging, really having a hard time. For some reason, and I don't know what. So I just went back to doing VPN, and that's where this thing came into place. That's why this Pi in here is now running my PyVPN, and it's kind of nice to have a Pi that's just straight, Raspbian, and I can do different things. So it's not Docker, it's not HASS.io, it's just plain. Yeah, Wellington. Yeah. Oh, so PyVPN is really just a script that installs and configures OpenVPN for you really easily. It gives you prompts to answer the questions, but if you just hit the defaults all the way down, it'll install pretty easily. So yeah, thanks, Carlos. This is a good Pi kit, and it's got heat sinks in there, and I like this thing. Favorite part is the reset, turning it on and off right here. I've got it unplugged, so I can do that now. PyVPN, PIVPN. PIVPN. I posted a link. If you scroll back up in the chat, it's up there somewhere. I can grab it again. Maybe I can grab it again. Gosh, I don't know. PyVPN. Okay. There we go. Copy. And again, I'll warn you, watch out for some of these links. I didn't like where some of the links to these articles about how to do it were taking me. So yeah, Charlie, is it Fire TV for video? Yeah, it is. I don't know if there's any kind of home assistant thing. Keaton was here a few minutes ago. I don't know if he still is, but he'd be the guy that I'd go to first, just because I know he did that Alexa thing. A single copy and paste command line to install it. That's right. Andrew's got it right. That's the PyVPN. I love it. Love it. What's the problem with Pi-hole and PyVPN? Oh yeah, I don't know. When you have them working together, there's an issue of some kind. Maybe it's got something to do with sharing a port. That'd be my first guess, Dale. But I really don't know. I don't remember who was it brought it up early on, but somebody probably knows better than me. What makes them not play well together. You got your Amazon TV with Alexa? Sweet. What are my thoughts on the Shelly modules? I think they're really cool. I'm bummed that they haven't sent me any. That's what I think. No, I think they're great. I think they're small, they fit in the box. You don't have to solder, you don't have to tinker with them. They're set up so that they will use your standard switch. I mean, they really are what I wanted when I first did those first few Sonoffs and as light switches was just to stick it in the wall, and as far as anybody else ever knows, there's nothing there. It's just the same switch. So and it's great. They're a little more expensive, not a ton. I mean, they're not. I think somebody said $9 is the best you can get them for, and you know, if you buy a Sonoff, even though they say they're about $5 if you buy them right from IT plus shipping, so you're looking almost $6. And then depending on, you know, so you're somewhere. Well, they're a bit more expensive, but for what you get, great. I think they're great. And I love that, you know, Rob and Theo have been working on getting the Tasmota so that it will recognize the Shelly, or put in the Shelly as a module, so all the right pins are doing all the right things and everything. So I think they're great. I'm sure I'll have some at some point. I just got to get him to send me some. Let's see, the backlog on the Shelly 1, yeah. Oh, getting delayed in customs, yeah. Only problem is that you can't use the push button with them, only the rocker. Oh, is that right? I wonder if that's even with Tasmota, I wonder. Is that right, Eugene? I don't know. You're probably right. I'm surprised that the WS2812 LEDs use so much power. What's the deal? Well, they use a lot of. It's a voltage thing. If you compare them to 100-watt bulbs, they're way less. So as far as watts, they're a lot less. But because they operate at such low voltage, they end up being a lot of amps. So yeah, you're right. 60 milliamps. Yeah. So there was a really good article on Adafruit's website. If you look for Adafruit and the NeoPixels and current management, there's a lot of good strategies for how you can mitigate some of the problems that come along with trying to supply 18 amps, right? For one thing, you are gonna have to have good sized power supplies. There's no doubt about that. But so that you don't have to run, pencil size solid copper wire everywhere. And it's only 60. Andrew's got a great point there too. They're only 60 if you've got them on white, which is all 3 LEDs at max brightness. Then they're, and actually I think I saw somewhere, I was watching somebody do it. They only were measuring 50 even. So they say 60, like they say plan on 60 milliamps per LED. But when somebody cranked it all the way up, they really only got 50. And the truth is you're never going to really use that whole 50. There's no reason to put RGB lights and then just have them all on white and full brightness. So when I'm planning my colored LED use and power supplies, I go with like 20 milliamps each, because you're always going to have some of them bright and some of them dim, and you're never going to have them all white. So it's really only going to be one of the lights, or a combination of the 2 lights at different. Oh, you don't intend to always run Oh, okay. Well, then you might look at just white too. Some lights, I don't know about that. So I was going to say some light strips have, they'll give you the white LEDs and an RGB. I don't know if they do that on the strips, but the bulbs will do that sometimes. So then if you want white, it's better to just use a white LED than to use the RGB to make white. The white that comes out of the RGBs isn't as good anyways. Is not as pure and not as not as nice. But yeah, RGBW on a strip. Thank you, Tony. Yep, they do exist in the wild. Tim says $14 Shelly dual power measure very accurately, and only 19. That's size so small. Excellent value. Yeah, I think you're right. You make a good point there. You get two relays, so you can control 2 switches, and you get power monitoring, and you can fit it inside the little box, and it's $19 or 14. Is it 14 for the dual? Man, that's great. Hey, Andy, how's it going, man? So yeah, cool. Cool story. The thing to do is just start tinkering with them, start messing with them, and see. You know, if you're going to do 300 LEDs, what do you plan on doing? Are you planning on putting them like under cabinets or stuff then, or if you're not going to do a lot of animations with them, because that might be, you can think about what your goal is and maybe what the best fit is. But yeah, Sonoff basics are 10 amps. What if you have a higher rated device? What do you use? So there are some 16 amp rated devices. The Shelly that we were talking about, isn't the Shelly, even the Shelly 1, guys, is 16 amps, isn't it? But certainly like the Sonoff POW is 16 amp, has a 16 amp relay. Can't remember what else did I have around here. Does this one have a 16 amp relay? I can't remember now. So there are some that have 16 amp relays. So I think there's the answer to your question. Just the S31. Okay, that's what I was just looking at. I was just wondering, is this thing got 16 amp? Yeah. This is the S31 he's talking about. Oh, the TH16. Thank you, Nick. That's absolutely right. That's why it's called the 16. PIRs are picking up my 13-pound dog. Uh-oh. I need to dial down the sensitivity. The old DrZzs back here, DrZzs the dragon, his PIR is real sensitive. Like the kids can't get anywhere near him and he goes off, so. Node MCU and a solid state relay. That's a good idea, Paul. There's another idea for you if you need higher higher rated relays. I have some relays. I wonder what they are. Oh, that reminds me of one more product too. I got to show you. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's switch to the desk for a minute. Full on desk. So I was just going to look at this. If I can read it. Oh, this is 15 amp. Okay, so this little beast here, don't make fun of my, that I screwed it around and put it on backwards, but these relays, these blue relays, you can get them in modules like this, and then these are made to go on top of the D1 Mini. That's this guy. I don't know if there's shields for the Node MCU, but regardless, you can get these where they just have the 3 pins on the back of them. But at 120 volts, these are 15 amps. So if you're in a 240 volt place, then they're only 10 again. So every smart device is going to have the rating on there on the relay for you. So you just got to find one. There are plenty. Okay. So before I forget, let me show you this guy. Okay. Here's another product, right? This is another product that this company, I think they only make a few things, but they make like ridiculous LED stuff. And so it's called Sansee. Check this out. This is a 60 watt LED like security light. And when I say, we were talking about power of the LEDs, right? So this is 60 watts, not like 60 watt bulb equivalents, right? Like we talk about these smart light bulbs or these LED light bulbs, and we say, oh, they're 60 watt equivalents, comparing them to an incandescent bulb. No, this is actually 60 watts of LEDs, which is equivalent to like 10 of the normal LEDs LED bulbs that you put. So this thing it's too bright. I was going to use it to maybe use for some lighting in the office here in the little studio, but it's almost too bright. Like I'm going to have to do something to dull it down a little bit. So anyways, it's really cool. I don't remember what it cost, maybe 40, 50 bucks, something like that. The one thing that surprised me was there's no on and off switch on it. So you just plug it in and it turns on, and you have to unplug it to turn it off, which is fine. If you use, something like this with it, then you can make it smart, make it do what you want it to do. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool, man. And it actually gets warm. It's made to mount, it's probably something that you would put outside, for security. So you could light a football stadium. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. You could put this, put this on your house and light up your kid's basketball hoop at night, or the trampoline or whatever. And it's so small. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I think it's super cool. But anyways, there you go. Sansee. I'll have a link to that somewhere. They want it. Awesome stuff. Link for that one, please. I'll have to find it, Bob. I'm going to have to come back. Maybe I can tinker around while we're talking and see if I can find it if I can get my email to work and stuff. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Let's see where this takes us. Okay. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Sweet. 55. Here. Get the link. Get the link. Get the link. Is it weatherproof? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's read the description right now because I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it ought to be. Gosh, it'd be kind of... Oh, yeah, it says waterproof. Outdoor waterproof. Yep. For sure. Where did it go? It just disappeared on me. There we go. There it is. There it is. Bum, 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 bum. So, yeah, totally waterproof. Check it out. Look at that sucker. And it's bright. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Yeah. Lighten up a basketball court. Lighten up your garage. So, it's pretty cool. You've been looking for something for your grow lights. Oh, cool. You know, that sounds like a great idea. Man, I need a job. Oh, you know, it does help. It helps to have a job. It makes the hobbies a lot more. It helps the hobbies move along faster when you have a job. You can make videos, and then people will send you things. They have it in. Do they really have it in RGB? Really? That's crazy. So this is the company Sansee. They actually offered to send me stuff a long time ago too, and I get too busy. Wow, that's another one. And they probably have some RGB stuff on here too. I don't know. This is just Amazon, but I think if you go directly to their website, here, they've got lots of other stuff and probably some colored stuff too. I think these are some of the newer things. These things also looked pretty cool. I liked this because you take this and you screw it into, you know, like your normal light bulb socket, but then it's LED and you just pop it in there. And then I think it's got, it's dimmable. And so it's cool. They make good stuff. LEDs are awesome. LEDs are awesome. Doesn't look like they have too much colored stuff on this anyways. Not that they're pushing. Security lights. So all products. Good company. Oh, there's some grow lights. There you go. Look at that. It says right on there, grow light. How about that? Full spectrum grow light. Job gets in the way of the hobbies though. Boy, does it ever, man. Does it ever. So I was, Friday, did a lot, did a liver transplant on Friday. That was tough. And then, today was a day we kept taking care of people that were, got themselves smashed up doing different things. Motorcycle crashes, car crashes, stuff like that. 50 watt LED is at $20. Ooh, what's that? Oh, the AliExFad. Ooh, I don't know what that is, Tim. Is that like a brand from AliExpress or something? 50 watt LED. Golly, that just, when you think about that in normal LED bulb equivalents, good gravy. That's strong light. Have a good night, Paul. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for staying high. Thanks for stuff out that you were sending me. I appreciate it. Got to make sure you balance the red and blue correctly for the leaf to grow and the flowering and fruiting. Oh, man. That's cool stuff, Glenn. So the doctor's actually a doctor. You didn't know that, Johnny? You didn't know that? I'm an anesthesiologist. So I put people to sleep, and then I sit on guard duty while they sleep. How many lines are on your automations and configuration.yaml file? Oh, before I split them up, before I broke out, into probably 3 or 4 different YAMLs, my configuration.yaml was 1,500 lines. I put Paul to sleep. Yeah, we got to talk about something more exciting. 1,500 lines was about what I got to. And I don't know now. I'd have to look and see. I'd have to see what I've got in the combinations now. But my guess is it's more than that now. The one I shared, it says 50 watt equivalent? 350 watt equivalent? Is that what it says? Did I read it? 3,500 lumens. Yeah, fits a 50 watt. I think that's 50 watts is the actual power that it draws. And then it's 3,500 lumens. Oh, which reminds me, man, since we're just cranking out all this good stuff. I have a flashlight. It's a really cool flashlight. Somebody sent me this and they're like, we don't even care if you don't put it in a video. We just want you to test it out. I'm like, okay. This thing. Let's go to this. Sorry, I hit the microphone. I know. I saw it shake. So this little guy, this light here, I don't know who makes this. Sofirn, Sofirn, I think is the only brand. It's really cool, and I like that it has like several different. You barely touch it, and it kind of changes, and it's got a lot of different dimmable, functions to it, and it doesn't make you go through that strobe thing that they all make you go through. Anyways, it's a cool light. I like it. It's heavy. Good battery life. When am I going to post my configuration YAML files? Man, I'd be happy to, and I've said that, and I can. I put all my secret stuff in a secrets file, so I could. I think that there's better. That's the biggest reason that I haven't rushed to sharing my configuration.yaml files is just because there are better examples than mine. So if you go to the Home Assistant website, and I think, is it under Need Help or Examples? Where is it? Yeah, here you go. If you want example configuration files, this is the place to get them. Right here. I'll give you the link. Because these guys are smart. I know a few things, and I've pretty much shared everything I know. But these guys are, like many of you, they're way more advanced in this than I am. And so here you've got, 30, 40 different configurations to pick from, to look through and see what kind of things people are doing. These guys I know are super geniuses. We can see what they've done. Look at all this. So, gosh, you want, oh, what's he doing there? No, I thought that was his configuration file. Where are we at? There's his configuration. So, you can go through Tinker's configuration, and he's got everything broken down so much into other different files that his configuration.yaml is really small. That's funny. You may have something in yours that someone is looking for, though, and that no one else has ever done. Okay, you're right, Tyson. I might. Nobody else has a Dragon automation, do they? Ben's files are there too. Yeah, I think they are. Let's see. Question for automation: which one is faster, Old Automation or Node-RED? And I've seen your automation, pretty amazing actually. Genius stuff to me. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Res, right? I think if you're gonna take the time to learn one, either the YAML automations or Node-RED, learn Node-RED. I'm still learning Node-RED, and I'm getting, Tyson is like, Node-RED, capital letters. Is Mark still here? Mark's been helping me with Node-RED too. And Node-RED is great. But it does take, just like the YAML stuff, it does take a little bit of learning. It's not all as intuitive. It looks like it's going to be super intuitive when you first look at it, because it's just squares and you just bounce them around. But there's a lot of stuff that you have to put in those boxes, and knowing the right stuff to put in the right boxes, and when to use which boxes and where. That's what still has me stumped. But my first experiences with automations were with these YAML automations, and so now, when I think about how am I going to make something work, I think about it that way. And so trying to reprogram myself to do it in Node-RED takes me longer because of my familiarity with the YAML and my infamiliar, whatever, not familiar with Node-RED. So, but yeah, if you're going to take the time to learn it, learn Node-RED. Yeah, Tyson, let's do Discord. Tyson wants to jump on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me plug in my headphones so that we don't blast an echo for everybody. With Node-RED, you need MQTT. Yeah, that is the basis. Do you want video too, Tyson? We'll do video. Oh, you got a haircut. All right, let's see. We got to put this into my headphones. Okay, guys, Tyson's going to get on. Are you going to show us some Node-RED stuff, Tyson, or what's the plan? I can't hear you yet. There it is. All right. Oh, you don't need MQTT with Node-RED? Oh, cool. You don't need MQTT. Oh, cool. What's the Discord channel? I want to join. Oh, heck yeah. Let's get you joining too. So the Discord channel, I don't know what happened, Tyson, but let's try it again. So we've got two Discords. There's two Discord channels. Asmi, there's two. There's the general Home Assistant Discord channel, which I highly recommend. It's a great place to go to get really smart people to help you with your problems or to just bounce questions off of before you dive into something. Okay. Okay, how about now? We got you, Tyson? I wonder if we don't. I hear you. I don't know if anybody else does.
Seeing you yet. Oh, probably because you're using the camera, huh?
Yeah, but there you go.
Turn
So
your
everybody,
video off. I'll just send you a video.
Okay, good idea. Let's do this.
But I don't hear you either. Only through the stream.
Okay, there's my camera off. Let me fix that. Only through the stream? Really? That's weird. Well, let's see. We can do... Oh, this is going to suck for you, but how about that?
That's my bad.
Oh, okay. You muted me, didn't you? You muted me, Tyson. Oh, man. All right. Okay. So you can hear him? Yep. Everybody hears you, Tyson. Yes.
I'll call you back in just a minute.
Oh, there he goes. Okay. He'll be back. Okay. Ooh, there's a Coursera course on Node-RED. Oh, cool. I've tried. I've watched Rob's video several times to just try and go slow.
Go. I had the site muted.
Oh, okay. Now we're good?
We're good.
Okay, excellent. So do you want to show everybody something? Do you want me to turn on the screen share, or do you turn on the screen share, or what? Or you just want to do voice? CE Smart Home.
Oh, that was that one.
Ooh, Matt, I don't know about this Costco in Canada, these CE Smart Home switches. Do they work with Home Assistant? I don't know. Home Assistant works with a lot of stuff, but there are also a lot of different manufacturers. I got these. Sorry, I bumped the mic again. We'll go to the desk for a second while Tyson works that out. And I got these switches here, which I guess are Tuya. It turns out when I went to the app says it's Tuya, but they don't say that on the package anywhere or anything. And Tuya is supposed to have an app or a component for Home Assistant, but mine's not working. And I wonder if it's not because I haven't updated enough to the latest version, or if there was something else in the difference between, because the app that these use is actually Smart Life. So the thing to check out with your with those CE smart home switches is what app do they use, and then search for anything about that app in the Home Assistant components and see. They mount to the wall and are dimmable. Oh, cool. Cool.
Just figured I would jump on it if anyone had any questions on Node-RED stuff. I could try.
Okay.
Answer.
Sweet. Tyson's on for Node-RED questions. He knows way better than I do. You need to use the Tuya Smart app.
The automation I did for you the other day.
Which one was that?
Ender?
Oh, that was cool. Actually, that was pretty funny. Yeah, that was pretty funny. So Tyson sent me when he asked me to print that thing for him. He was sending me a text and said, "Can you print this thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you have to remind me later," because it was like whatever in the morning, and I wasn't going to remember by the time I got home at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock or whatever. And so then he said he set up a Node-RED to notify him to remind me or to make sure that I got the notification that he also set up. It was like a three-way belt, suspenders, and something else to get it. But it worked. We got the right notifications and we got it done.
For a timer, I think I set it for like 8 p.m. our time to send you a text message that said something like remember to put the print on the printer, something like that. And at the same time, I had it send me a text, so I remembered to disable that so you weren't getting that same text message 8 o'clock every night.
So there's a question from Mike. Do you see that? Is there a node that will allow you to time-based trigger off a time-stamped payload? Bum, 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 bum.
Anything on your phone that you don't want to show off?
On my phone? No, I don't think so. I can show my phone. I'm gonna pull up Node-RED here probably too, just so we can look at nodes.
Have me on?
No, I don't.
This is the lovely part about OBS.
What is that?
Being able to flip between my screen share.
Oh,
on the fly.
Scott says, what's the benefit of Node-RED automations versus doing something in the Home Assistant YAML? I think probably the biggest thing, Scott, is the way Node-RED works is more intuitive. The way you have to structure things sometimes in the YAML automations, you might make one change or you might want to do one little thing. And in order to do that, you have to like go back to your configuration file and create a component. And then you have to, set up a different, maybe an input Boolean or a different switch. And then you got to make sure that you change that in all the right places in your YAML. And it takes a lot of brain power to just keep it all straight, because it's not set up in a way that it doesn't flow the way that Node-RED does. And that, I think it's very fitting that they call them flows in Node-RED, because that's actually what happens. You've got a message that's traveling through. And so when you're thinking about, okay, I want this to happen, and then if it's this way, if the temperature is this, then I want this to happen. If the temperature is that, then I want that to happen. If okay, now the temperature is this, but is anybody home? If anybody's home, then I want this to happen. I want that to happen. And so the way that you can think about the progression of your automation is a lot easier to keep track of in Node-RED. Oh, and then here's the other kicker too. Another reason, opiates. What did I put? We'll talk about that in a minute. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not opiates, OBS.
He said opiates. The other thing though was, so when I was working on this dragon thing for the Maker Faire, I got stumped forever, and I was getting so frustrated, and I could not figure out why things weren't working like they were supposed to. And it turned out it was all because I had capitalized the payload. I had put capital O, small n in one spot. And because of that, like this whole cascade of stuff wouldn't work. So Node-RED is more forgiving in that way. YAML is very strict about their syntax.
It's easier to troubleshoot too, because you can grab, I can see you got my screen up there now. So like this.
Oh, that's my
node
screen.
Right here.
That's my screen. I don't see your screen. I don't think you're screen sharing with me.
Camera.
Sorry.
That might help.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Whoa, ah. All right. This is Tyson's screen. That's Tyson's. I don't know how well it's going to show up for everybody, but we'll give it a try. Okay. You're on. Okay.
Got it all moved around. That's how sluggish the stream is.
Oh, really? Sorry, man.
There we go.
Right.
Okay. So this node right here, my camera just moved again. The debug node, you can come in here. Actually, let's build that text message one, and I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to come over here and go to inputs and do inject. And you can see it defaulted to timestamp. I don't know if you guys can actually read that on there though. Let's see. Yeah, it'll zoom it in a little bit more. Who was it that was asking about one on a timestamp?
Don't remember. Maybe they'll
probably tell us before I can find it in the chat.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm answering some of the chat questions too while you work on that.
So yeah, here's the timestamp, and is it going to show this part here? So to start out, we're going to send the timestamp, and if you come down here to how often you want it to repeat, you can say at a specific time. And this is what I did with Justin when I sent the text message. I just came in here. What's 8 o'clock military time? 20? And I had it set for just the one day. Open flow. I'll name it. So here's everything for the start of that flow. Doing a timestamp at a specific time at 8 o'clock p.m. Which, let's make this, so that would be 1930, let's do 1935. 45, because it's going to take me a minute. Okay, so there's that first one. Now, if you want to see what this node will produce, you can come in here to debug, drag a debug node in. And I'm going to change this to output, not just the payload, but I want to see everything that it sends. I'm just going to hit done and drag a line. Connecting the two and deploy it. Uh-oh, my laptop or something has Node-RED open.
Is there an input in Node-RED to take into account time zones when using timestamps? Ooh, good question. I'm sure you can set it somewhere, right? You set the time zone probably?
Node-RED to take in account time zones when... I'm sure you could.
And then Mike's the one who was saying about the timestamp. He wants to trigger off of a timestamp that's okay, that's better.
Okay, let me actually I'll pull this one up here. My lighting. This is how simple it is between Node-RED and Home Assistant. The Home Assistant nodes that are in the palettes is what they call them.
Mm-hmm.
So every night, I have it disabled right now, but I could do every night at a specific time, turn on the light. So all I did was create the node for the, what do they call it? Inject for timestamp. And then it just goes over, uses the Home Assistant node and turns on the front room.
That's it.
I can do that in 2 nodes. And a minute of programming. And I've done the thermostat.
Oh, thank you, Nick. That's good to know.
Dash user.
Jerry, I use whatever Costco has on sale, man. That's it. I've used the same razor for. I probably don't change. I shave my head twice a week, and I probably don't use the same. I've used the same razor for 6 months probably without changing it. It's like just drag it across my head.
One of these.
The flow's killing your OCD. Which one, mine or you're talking about Tyson's now?
Probably mine.
Probably. Oh, look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, but imagine what that would look like in YAML, right? It'd be worse.
Right. See,
how do you connect Node-RED to Home Assistant if you're not using HAS.io? So Chris, you set up a server and the server is going to be it's going to have your information about your Home Assistant. It doesn't have to be HAS.io for that part. Then you'll have to just go in and manually add the palettes. And then I guess you'll have to do an install. If you're not using it, if you're using Docker or something, you'll have to do that whole install separately. However you would install the other things, I suppose. I'm sure there's a GitHub and apt-get install Node-RED or something probably. Tyson,
if you can access Node-RED from anywhere on your network, then you will be able to use it on Home Assistant. We can put it that way. Because in here, once you drop your first node into Node-RED for Home Assistant, it's going to ask you to set up the server. And if you just come in here and do... This is only going to be one, I'll bet.
I'm going to take Tim's advice and Gillette. I use Gillette, and I'd love free tickets to some Patriots games. Huh?
Product placement.
He said, you got to say a product name and they'll send you some samples. I got one better. Give me some football tickets.
Being on YouTube, Harry's would probably send stuff to you.
Oh, I don't know who that is. At the Dollar Shave Club.
I think that's their rival. Harry's.
Oh, really? Harry? That's funny.
HARRYS.com.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Dorco.
So all you do is just come in here and you drop your IP address, the port number, and then your password. It's
easy. Did you see your question to get scrolled by too fast? I think it did get scrolled by too fast, JD. Paste it again and I'll catch it unless you want me to scroll back. Oh, I see it. As a secondary question, once that is properly set up, can I do most or all continued setup and configuration via the browser remotely? For Node-RED? There you go. Tyson says yes. There you go.
I can do this on my iPad.
There you go.
And as you can see,
they sell Harry's stuff at Target too. All right, Harry's. See this? It's getting a little long. I need some razors. Like I said, this shiny dome is brought to you by Harry's Better Than Dollar Shave Club razors. How about that? I just made a commercial. Oh, did I miss the first question? I'm sorry, JD. I'll go back. Oh, I can't find your first question.
Not asked.
Yeah, that's right. Ask it again, JD, because I can't see it.
Well, Home Secured was just asking, sorry for stupid question, API password.
Oh, that's the password that you use to log into Home Assistant, which is now different. And that's actually a good question that somebody just asked that I'm remembering. Was it Andrew? Somebody that said, this is a question for you, Tyson. How has this new authorization, or whatever we want to call the auth user thing, affected Node-RED, or has it at all? So
it hasn't affected mine because as of right now, they still have the legacy support in there for the API password still.
I wonder what they're going to do. Do you think you're going to have like an admin user that you'll use?
Well, let's take my screen off for a second.
Okay. You guys want to see Tyson's passwords?
I don't mind showing you.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All those well-documented function nodes. Oh, I see him. I'm looking at him now. Tyson's got a bunch of blank function nodes. Well, the title's blank.
I don't like the title's blank because if I title them, they end up growing in length. I don't like that.
Well, yeah. And then Joe says he had to set up the legacy API password so that Node-RED would work again. Paulus was talking about app-specific passwords on the podcast. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you'll have a user, I guess, for Node-RED, right? And that'll be the way that Node-RED gets access.
What I was going to show you is that there's not only the user
you're
I
funny,
created,
Nick. I'm loving it.
But there was 2 in there that the upgrade script had made for HAS.io, and there's 2 HAS.io entries in there.
Huh.
And I'm thinking one of them may be for Node-RED. I'm not sure.
Have I tried? Let's see. Matt says, with upgrade, have you tried the Hangout component in Home Assistant? There's a like Google Hangout component. Oh, is it? Okay.
You put it
Reposted your
in
first question a bit
create,
above. Sorry, JD. It's going by so
every
fast.
conversation that you've had in Hangouts will be reported in there from the beginning of time.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good. All right. Looking for JD's question. JD, oh, I found your secondary question. It's going to be up here somewhere. It's got to be close.
Nick, that's what the comment node is for. Right.
Oh my goodness.
I just
that
have
was
it
way
done
back
in
there,
my-
JD. I can't find you. I can't find your first question. The first one I see is the one that says has a secondary question. Sorry, man. It must have got so far buried back there. Just ask again, just if you can. People tracking your... I know, isn't that scary? That's a little scary. It's Facebook all over again, right? Hey, and we live right down the road here from the NSA data center. So that's where all your Facebook conversations. Actually, they're right. They'll be like a mile from the Maker Faire. It's right there. We could go on a little tour.
If that.
Yeah, not even that, probably. You could throw
Have
a
you
rock
seen
at
that
it.
T-shirt that says it has the picture of the NSA emblem and it says NSA, the only branch of government that listens?
No, that's good. Tinfoil hat. I should do a video about tinfoil hats. Maybe I will for whatever you call it. April Fools. Logs all conversations, puts a
IoT tinfoil hat.
Let's see. Don't use your real account for your Hangouts bot.
Joe, what I was talking about is that it logs everything. Like when I put mine in there, I had to hide it because there was like 255 Hangout messages that had shown up.
Yeah. Cool deal. All right. Were you working on something there, Tyson? We're getting about. Let's do it about 15 more minutes. We'll give the stream a few more minutes. I hate cutting it off, but man,
we can do another one.
Yeah, we'll do another one. I could probably do another one later like in the middle of the week. Home Assistant t-shirts for sale, by the way. Oh, I have a Home Assistant t-shirt, but let's drop a link to the Home Assistant tees.
Oh, that reminds me. Business card design. I got to do that right now.
Home Assistant t-shirts. Okay, thank you, JD. Yeah, that'll be a good way to do it. Put it in Discord and tag me on it, and then we'll find it. Oh, it's not posting your question. Maybe it thinks you're spamming or doesn't like something. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I love these Home Assistant t-shirts. I have a couple. They're awesome. I have that color right there. That's my family, actually. It's
email them, see if we can get a few.
Huh? Oh,
email them and see if we can get a few for Maker.
Oh, well, I have the Cricut. We can print them. You have a shirt you want to wear, we can print them. It doesn't say Home Assistant, but we can do that. All right. Security is scary. Going to post on Discord tag. Okay. Cool. Let me think about what else was there. Was there anything else I needed to get in the stream before we call it? I can't think of anything right now too much. Making good progress on that. I'm going to do we talked about the bathroom stuff. That's really funny.
Did you see my comment about the public health?
No.
Can you imagine the state of public health if public restrooms were all wired that way?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Not
None of us would ever
let you
get
out of the
sick
bathroom
again.
until you've ran the water through the sink for 3 minutes or whatever.
You could even put it on the you could put it on the you could even put it in the on the soap dispenser too. You could make the whole thing required before you could leave the bathroom. Oh, cool. Hey, did you see my little fancy thing? Thank you, Splits Vision. Thanks for subscribing. That's fun to just see that little cool thing up there. That's part of the new OBS. Rob Schmitz, can I say hi to Carrie for you? Hi, Carrie. Thanks for letting Rob do home automation stuff. A lot of our wives, we have to
Everything
hide
I
it
know
from
about
them.
Node-RED is his fault.
Oh, everything you know about Node-RED is Rob's fault?
It's
Well, don't
Rob's
say that
fault.
right now. We're saying hi to his wife. Hi, Carrie.
Well,
Don't listen to Tyson.
Node-RED is his fault, and Home Assistant is your daughter's.
Lovelace notification
She's the one that
panel.
got us all started.
Oh, the Lovelace notification panel. I haven't used it. Has anybody used it that can show us? I don't know about this. Andrew says, Lovelace notification panel. Want to show us what it looks like before this ends the stream? I haven't done it. Have I checked my email yet? No, Tony, I should. I'm so sorry, brother. Let me do it right now. There we go. Here we go. Oh, sweet. I see what you got there. I see what Tony's got brewing. Awesome. Can I share that, Tony? Obviously, it's you meant for that. So this is your custom FTDI adapter. Man, you make some good stuff, dude. Golly. And this is your 6-button remote. The Dragon is? Oh, I can't really move the Dragon, can I? There you go. So this is your custom FTDI. That's fantastic. Good work, dude. That's so cool. Oh, so I am going to do, I'm going to do Luma's HA switch plate, and there's a PCB company that's going to send me the circuit boards we'll need. I've been watching the guy with the Swiss accent do. He's been doing a bunch of videos about the Nextion displays, and they're super cool. What's my email? You can send everything you want to justin@DrZzs.com. How about that? If you were asking me, Splits Vision, I'm not sure if you were or not. Is Carrie satisfied? She's happy? Yay! That's one happy wife tonight. We're winning. We're winning, fellas. Everything she would need in HomeKit, and she was happy with that. Oh, cool. All right. So you told her that everything would be in. Can someone send you the Discord link? I'm sorry. Did I got distracted? Me distracted? No.
Squirrel.
I wish this thing would just default to never expire.
Just grab the one off the website.
I know, but if the website wasn't coming up, I don't know what's going on. Oh, thanks, Tony. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's so cool. I think that FTDI thing, or I guess we need to call it something besides, huh?
I'll make
We
it
need to
easy
call-
on you. I'll set up DrZzs.com/Discord to direct to where it needs to go.
Okay. Bingo. Thank you, Tyson. I do not know which flash you are motion sensor for D1. Okay, Chow. So I can show you what it looks like when you do a D1 Mini. Oh gosh. With the motion sensor, you just set it up as a switch. You set it up as a switch, and if you're doing it on a D1 Mini, you just don't want to use. Well, if you're doing it on a D1 Mini, it doesn't matter. If you're doing it on a Sonoff, then you don't want to use switch 1. But let me see if I can find the Dragon one. Gosh, man, I wish it would stop changing my I don't know what the IP address is for this stupid. Yeah, I can't go to just dragon.local anymore because it changed my IP addresses. I can try SoneWeb, but it's going to have to re-find them all again anyways. Oh, I can try it on the phone. Off topic. You going to do a DrZzs studio tour? Well, that would be cool. Oh, you know what? Yes, I am. I will do that. I've got Jackson working on a video about, because I did a while back about how I make a video, but I need to update it with some things about the tour. Actually, we can do that. Do you want to do it right now? Just a quick 2 minutes. Once I find this DrZzs or the Dragon IP address, so I can show Chow, I think is how you would say it, what you do with a PIR sensor. Dragon, there it is. IP address is 52 now. That's like the third different IP address this week.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Okay. Okay, so this is the Dragon. This is his D1 Mini. And that's his motion sensor. I've got it on switch 1. And so if I go to configuration, configure module, I set up switch 1 right here. It's just connected to D2, switch 1, and that's it. And the PIR, if you're wondering about which PIR, the one that I have is the 501. It's probably got some other numbers associated with it, but if you search for the 501, if you just PIR 501, you'll get something like this. This is what it looks like. It's got some sensitivity adjusters and a I don't know, a delay, like a retriggering delay adjustment and stuff on it. So it's pretty good. These are $1 a piece if you buy them right here on eBay. How about that? Live video myself at work. I so wish I could, Tony. So often. Oh, so often. So often I think I wish I could show people what I'm actually doing, because I think, for one, I think a lot of people think it's really cool, but I think you just don't understand. I can tell you what I do, but I don't think anybody really gets it until you can just see it. Yeah, there definitely are laws, Andrew. There definitely are laws, but I should be able to, I mean, it's all about how people interpret the laws, right? Like if I could do something to absolutely block out, any patient information, that should be fine. But people get really, really touchy. And even if we can, even if you have no idea who that person is, you'll never see them. You don't see their face. You won't see their name, nothing like that. Everybody will still get all bent out of shape and say, you can't do that. That's privacy. Blah, 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 blah. Even if, it's like, well, how do you even know, who that is? What does it matter? But anyways, yeah, it'll never happen, unfortunately.
You can turn to him and say, we're a teaching hospital, aren't we?
Yeah, they do. Everybody signs every patient at our hospital signs a little thing that says people who are learning could be taking part in your care.
Go. There's your disclaimer.
You guys are all learning. Set a fix up for the Dragon so you don't have a problem with the Maker Faire. Yeah. As long as you get him to sign a waiver. Yeah, I'll try and get him to sign a waiver. We'll see if I can. Okay. You want a quick tour? Should we do a quick tour of the office here? Let me switch to the desk camera, and maybe I'll even. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna have to do. So what I'll do is, what I have, I'm gonna use this desk camera to show you what all's going on around here. Sorry, it's gonna be a little.
Playing the VR sometime.
Live stream myself doing what?
Playing the VR.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so. What I've got, what you see is me. This is the office. It's actually it was the baby's bedroom until our babies got so big that they didn't need a bedroom anymore. And so this is where all the magic happens. I've got a whole big green screen back there, and that's what makes me look invisible. And that's why I have no shoulders and head, or no shoulders and stuff. This is the secondary desk. This is where I set the kids to do homework if they need to do homework. The Cricket machine. There's the VR, an extra TV that we never use. What else do I have here? So the desk, I can only get so far away. The desk is got 2 monitors there and there. There's the webcam right there that you see me through most of the time. That's my buddy, the Knight. I actually even have a little camera over there too. There's a 3D printed sword up there. This light is shining at the wall, which is the best way to get light on my beautiful face. Is that a Knight? You bet that's a Knight. That's actually a it's not very thick, but it's an armor, a tin armored guy. He's taller than me. It's pretty cool. I got it cheap from a neighbor. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's actually got lights too. Ugh. Let me see if I can turn on the lights.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. Why would he not have lights? How could he possibly not have lights?
Does he talk yet?
Well, that above him there is my Amazon Echo on the wall.
You should put a speaker in his mouth with Lumio.
So there you go. Yeah. So do you see the blue lights behind him now? So I lit him up with blue lights behind him. I got lights in the desk too. There's LEDs under there. There's the streaming / VR computer, Oculus over there. And then the best part for me, the reason that I took over this room, this office room, and made it what it is because of this view. The sun's just starting to go down. So I don't know how well you can see, but I'll open the window too. And there's my babies down there playing. Hi. You're on the live stream. I think it's getting whited out because the light balance is bad. But anyways, got a beautiful view of mountains and stuff right there. So that's why I sit up here. Sorry about the microphone. All right. How was that for a tour? Is that okay? Oh, did you see this? So this is a lamp. This lamp is my it's one of those. It's just a piece of aluminum, real thin piece of aluminum, and some white LEDs. It's awesome. I love it. It lights up the desk super good. So that's a quick tour. Someday we'll do a whole house tour. How would that be? That'd be fun. Where's the NSA? The NSA is about 8 miles that way, about 8 miles west of my house, almost directly. Those mountains to Park City. The backside, you could get to Park City. It's more like Heber going that way. Do you guys want to do the sign off? We're going to do the sign off in a minute. Those are 50/50 LEDs. No, those are just whites. Those are just whites. They're not RGBs. Question on Discord. Okay. Okay. Setup. Last night has to on Ubuntu server VM. Oof. How can I set up Nginx properly reserve proxy? Oh, dude. I'm. That's beyond me, JD. I'm sorry, brother. Was that you? Is that News Jody or NSWN Jody? Is that you? I don't know anything about Nginx or Nginx. Sorry, man. You love the sword in the night, so do I. So I've got a sword, I've got a knight, now I've got a dragon. It's like perfect. What cameras? Yeah, I got cameras everywhere.
1, 2, 3, and
You haven't done any outdoor ones yet, have you?
Any outdoor cameras? I do have outdoor cameras, yeah. I do. I have, let me show you. But I got a couple of the Blink outdoor cameras, and I've wanted to like Blink, and I wanted to use them all the time, but I don't know. I just think that they're just not, I think what you've got is a better idea. I think that the idea of using, like those cheap cameras and then getting them set up with like iSpy or Blue Iris or whatever is going to be a better idea. Okay, so I'm going to switch to this. So here's actually, there's another camera right there. And there's Dawson sitting next to me. So this is I've thought about just making this camera here like open, right? So you could just look in my office and see, oh, hey, Justin's working, let's ping him, whatever. But here's the backyard and then basement. And this actually I have a camera in a tree in the front yard. So it's like in a tree and nobody sees it. Like I think one or two of the kids one time have been like, hey, there's a camera in the tree, Yeah, there's a camera in the tree, and it's pointing at the front of the house. That's the best way to do it, because now I can see. Oh, yes. Well, Rob, thanks for being here, buddy. Make sure that Carrie gets plenty of TV time so that you can have plenty of YouTube time, plenty of Home Assistant time. Take care, buddy. Have a good night. Less stuff going on in the cloud, the better, right? Sounds like a good idea for PIR sensors. Another 3 to 5 volts twice only. Oh, I missed that. Okay. Anyways, are we going to do some sign off, buddy? Anything else, fellas? I had a great time again. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for having everybody here. I hate to shut her down ever, but it's getting to be that time of night, and I had fun. I appreciate it. What model of camera do I use? I have Logitech 920 and 922. Those are the webcams. And then if I'm not using those, I'm just using my iPhone 7. That's it. It's probably not the best camera situation. I should probably upgrade at some point, but it's good enough for me for now. Daddy's always watching. Don't break the rules. Amen. I got cameras everywhere. My garage. There's another one. There's one in the toy room.
I have another one on the way that I'm going to review.
Hit the like. Thanks. Thanks, Rez. All right, guys. Ready? Dawson loves doing the sign off, don't you, bud? Okay, Dawson loves doing the sign off. So I'm going to let him take it away.
Okay, ready? Thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
And then he likes the song afterwards. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks a lot, Tyson. Thanks a bunch, man.
Yep.
Okay. Bye-bye. Adios.